Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Namaskar and welcome to Soothing Harbour. Today, we embark on an incredible and profound journey through the sacred verses of the Bhagavad Gita, focusing on the entirety of chapter 1. You might wonder, why explore the Bhagavad Gita? What makes it so revered and essential in our lives? So let's delve into these questions of why, who, and when. Let's start with the question, why the Bhagavad Gita? The Bhagavad Gita is not just a religious text. It is a timeless guide that addresses the fundamental questions of existence, purpose, and morality. Composed over 5,000 years ago, its teachings remain profoundly relevant in today's complex world. A manual for living, the Bhagavad Gita offers practical wisdom on how to navigate the challenges of life. It teaches us how to maintain balance, make ethical decisions, and find inner peace amidst turmoil. It is a path to spiritual awakening. The Bhagavad Gita serves as a manual for spiritual growth and enlightenment. It delves into the nature of the self, the universe, and the Supreme Being, providing a pathway to self-realization. The ethical and moral framework. The dialogue between Arjun and Krishna presents a framework for understanding duty, righteousness, and the moral dilemmas we encounter. It emphasizes the importance of doing one's duty without attachment to the results. Timeless relevance. Although rooted in Indian culture, the teachings of the Bhagavad Gita transcend religious and geographical boundaries. Its messages of compassion, humility, and perseverance resonate with people from all walks of life. Inner strength and resilience. The Bhagavad Gita empowers individuals to face life's battles with courage and resilience. It teaches us that true strength lies in understanding our internal nature and remaining steadfast in the face of adversity. Let's draw inspiration from some eminent Indians who have shared their thoughts on the Bhagavad Gita. Mahatma Gandhi said, "When doubts haunt me, when disappointments stare me in the face, and I do not see one ray of hope on the horizon, I turn to Bhagavad Gita and find the words to comfort me, and I immediately begin to smile in the midst of overwhelming sorrow." Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan said, "The Bhagavad Gita is a true scripture of the human race, a living creation rather than a book, with a new message for every age and a new meaning for every civilization." Swami Vivekananda said, "The Bhagavad Gita is a bouquet composed of the beautiful flowers of spiritual truths collected from the Upanishads." Now let's move on to the next question. Who is the Bhagavad Gita for? The Bhagavad Gita is for everyone. It transcends age, culture, and religion, offering wisdom that can be applied to every aspect of life. Whether you are a student, a professional, a homemaker, or retired, the teachings of the Bhagavad Gita provide valuable insights and guidance. It is a universal scripture that speaks to the human soul addressing the challenges and dilemmas we all face. The last question of when was the Bhagavad Gita written? The Bhagavad Gita was written over 5,000 years ago as part of the ancient Indian epic, the Mahabharata. It is believed to have been composed around 3100 BC. Despite its ancient origins, the Gita's teachings are timeless and continue to offer profound insights into the human condition, making it as relevant today as it was millennia ago. As we read through chapter 1, we will witness Arjun's moral crisis and the compassionate guidance of Lord Krishna. This chapter sets the stage for the transformative teachings that follow, reminding us that even the greatest warriors can experience doubt and confusion, and that true wisdom lies in seeking and embracing higher knowledge. Join me as we explore the timeless wisdom of the Bhagavad Gita, starting with the profound and evocative verses of chapter 1. Let's delve deep into the essence of these teachings and discover how they can illuminate our paths and enrich our lives. Dhritarashtra said, Sanjay gathered on the holy land of Kurukshetra, eager to fight. What did my sons and the sons of Pandu do? Sanjay said, at that time, seeing the army of the Pandavas drawn up for battle and approaching Dronacharya, King Duryodhan spoke the following words. Behold, O revered master, the mighty army of the sons of Pandu, arrayed for battle by your talented pupil, Drishtadyumna, son of Drupad. There are in this army heroes wielding mighty bows and equal in military prowess to Bhim and Arjun, Satyaki and Virat, and the Maharathi warrior chief Drupad, Drishtaketu, Chikitana, and the valiant king of Kasi, and Purujit, Kuntibhoj, and Sabya, the best of men, and mighty Yudhyamanyu, and valiant Uttamoja, Abhimanyu, the son of Subhadra, and the 5 sons of Draupadi, all of them Maharathis. O best of Brahmanas, know them also who are the principal warriors on our side, the generals of my army. For your information, I mention them. Yourself and Bhishma, and Karna and Kripa, who is ever victorious in battle, and even so, Aswathama, Vikarna, and Bhurisrava, the son of Somdatta. And there are many other heroes, all skilled in warfare, equipped with various weapons and missiles, who have staked their lives for me. This army of ours, fully protected by Bhishma, is unconquerable, while that army of theirs, guarded in every way by Bhim, is easy to conquer. Therefore, stationed in your respective positions on all fronts, do you all guard Bhishma, in particular on all sides. The grand old man of the Kaurava race, their glorious grand patriarch Bhishma, cheering up Duryodhana, roared terribly like a lion and blew his conch. Then conches, kettle drums, tabors, drums, and trumpets blared forth all at once, and the noise was tumultuous. Then, seated in a glorious chariot drawn by white horses, Shri Krishna as well as Arjun blew the celestial conches. Shri Krishna blew his conch named Panchajanya, Arjun Devadatta, while Bhim of ferocious deeds blew his mighty conch Pondra. King Yudhishthir, son of Kunti, blew his conch Ananta Vijaya, while Nakul and Sahadev blew theirs known as Sughosh and Manipushpaka, respectively. And the excellent archer, the king of Kasi, and Sikhandi, the Maharathi, the great chariot warrior, Drishtadyumna and Virata, and invincible Satyaki, Drupada, as well as the 5 sons of Draupadi, and the mighty armed Abhimanyu, son of Subhadra, all of them, O Lord of the earth, severally blew their respective conches from all sides. And the terrible sound echoing through heaven and earth rent the hearts of Dhritarashtra's army. Now, O Lord of the earth, seeing your sons arrayed against him, and when missiles were ready to be hurled, Arjun, who had the figure of Hanuman on the flag of his chariot, took up his bow and then addressed the following words to Sri Krishna. Krishna, place my chariot between the 2 armies. And keep it there till I have carefully observed those warriors drawn up for battle, and have seen with whom I have to engage in this fight. I shall have a look at the well-wishers of evil-minded Duryodhan. In this war, whoever have assembled on his side and are ready for this fight. Sanjay said, O king, thus addressed by Arjun, Shri Krishna placed the magnificent chariot between the 2 armies in front of Bhishma, Drona, and all the kings, and said, Arjun, behold this Kauravas assembled here. Now Arjun saw stationed there in both the armies his uncles, granduncles, and teachers, even great-granduncles, maternal uncles, brothers and cousins, sons and nephews, and grandnephews, even so friends, father-in-law, and well-wishers as well. Seeing all the relations present there, Arjun was overcome with deep compassion and spoke thus in sorrow. Arjun said, Krishna, as I see these kinsmen arrayed for battle, my limbs give way and my mouth is getting parched. Nay, a shiver runs through my body and hair stands on end. The bow Gandiv slips from my hand and my skin too burns all over. My mind is whirling, as it were, and I can no longer hold myself steady. And Keshav, I see omens of evil, nor do I see any good, in killing my kinsmen in battle. Krishna, I do not covet victory, nor kingdom, nor pleasures. Govind, of what use will kingdom, or luxuries, or even life be to us? Those very persons for whose sake we covet the kingdom, luxuries, and pleasures, teachers, uncles, sons, and nephews, and even so, granduncles and great granduncles, maternal uncles, father in laws, grandnephews, brother in law, and their relations are here arrayed on the battlefield, staking their lives and wealth. O slayer of Madhu, I do not want to kill them, though they may slay me, even for the sovereignty over the three worlds. How much the less for the kingdom here on earth. Krishna, how can we hope to be happy slaying the sons of Dhritarashtra? By killing even these desperados, sin will surely accrue to us. Therefore, Krishna, it does not behove us to kill our relations, the sons of Dhritarashtra. For how can we be happy after killing our own kinsmen? Even though these people, with their mind blinded by greed, perceive no evil in destroying their own race and no sin in treason to friends, why should not we, O Krishna, who see clearly the sin accruing from the destruction of one's family, think of desisting from committing this sin? Age-long family traditions disappear with the destruction of a family, and virtue having been lost, vice takes hold of the entire race. With the preponderance of vice, Krishna, the women of the family become corrupt, and with the corruption of women, O descendant of Varshini, there ensues an intermixture of castes. Progeny owing to promiscuity damns the destroyers of the race as well as the race itself. Deprived of the offerings of rice and water, Shraddha, Tarpan, etc., the manes of the race also fall. Through these evils, bringing about an intermixture of castes, the age-long caste traditions and family customs of killers of kinsmen get extinct. Krishna, we hear that men who have lost their family traditions dwell in hell for an indefinite period of time. Oh, what a pity! Though possessed of intelligence, we have set our mind on the commission of a great sin, that due to lust for throne and enjoyment, we are intent on killing our own kinsmen. It would be better for me if the sons of Dhritarashtra, armed with weapons, kill me in battle while I am unarmed and unresisting. Sanjay said, Arjun, whose mind was agitated by grief on the battlefield, having spoken thus and having cast aside his bow and arrows, sank into the hinder part of his chariot. Thus, in the Upanishad sung by the Lord, the science of Brahma and the scripture of yoga, the dialogue between Sri Krishna and Arjun ends the first chapter entitled The Yoga of Dejection of Arjun. As we reach the end of this profound journey through the first chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, let's take a moment to internalize the wisdom we have uncovered. We have witnessed the inner conflict of Arjun and the compassionate guidance of Lord Krishna. These ancient verses, though composed millennia ago, continue to offer us timeless lessons in courage, duty, and the pursuit of spiritual wisdom. Imagine yourself standing on the battlefield of your own life, faced with choices and challenges that test your resolve. The teachings of the Gita remind us that, like Arjun, we can turn to a higher wisdom to find clarity and strength. In moments of doubt, we can seek guidance within, where the divine whispers of wisdom await us. The journey doesn't end here. This is just the beginning. As we move forward, let's carry the essence of these teachings in our hearts. Let us strive to perform our duties with sincerity, embrace our roles with integrity, and face our challenges with courage. Thank you for joining me on this enlightening exploration of Chapter 1 of the Bhagavad Gita. If these teachings have touched your heart, I encourage you to delve deeper into this sacred text and continue your spiritual journey. Please like, share, and subscribe to Soothing Harbour to stay connected with our upcoming episodes. I invite you to share your thoughts and reflections in the comments below. How has the Bhagavad Gita influenced your perspective? What insights have you gained from today's episode? Until we meet again in the next episode, may the wisdom of the Gita light your path and bring peace to your soul. Namaskar. Hari Om Tat Sat.